wonder, secrets unfold. True crime stories, let the intrigue be told. Grab a seat, get cozy, let's dive into the plot. With Mac J by my side, there's so much to be sought. Mods from the stars, they light up the night. Chillin' with Van, everything feels just right. Welcome to the mystery, the thrill, the thrill we embrace. Solving cases together we'll trace. With Tabby and Maggie, the journey's begun. With laughter and stories, we'll shine like the sun. Sun. Spirit Time vibes with Lisa and Mark. Tia and Mel igniting the spark. According to Lean, curiosity flows. A curious rose in a garden of woes. Sweet misery whispers, tales that enthrall. While Matt, Meg, and Jody, we gather them all. Welcome to the mystery, the thrill we embrace. Solving cases together we'll trace. With Tabby and Maggie, the journey's begun. With laughter and stories, we'll shine like the sun. Sun. So come along, join the fun tonight. In Aussie true crime, everything feels so right.
I swear I just heard that song in double. Was it in double or was it just me?
No, I think it was just you.
Oh my God, I have been going over, why is it going double? Why don't I? And I'm like shutting. Hi everyone. Sorry, I'm sitting there and like Spirit Time, is it your iPad? I'm like, no, it's not. I don't know. How are we all? Got beautiful little Miss Sharon. Ah, how are you? I love you. I gifted out 5 memberships. Venomous, how are you? So good to see you in here. Venomous is an old OG to the channel. Recovery on me soon if my uncle don't stop. Don't say that. My mother just passed away May 1st, and there's so much more. Venomous, message me, darling. Please don't message me. Beautiful Miss Sharon. I'm glad for that.
That's awesome.
Venomous, on my email, it's in my bio. Please send me an email. I will get hold of you. Hang on, let me get it. It's AussieTrueCrime@yahoo.com. please message me. That's my email. And I do want to. I mean, I've had a very dear friend from our original crew who has passed away in the past couple of weeks, and I don't know if a lot of you remember Judo that used to come in here. Yeah, he passed away, and I don't want anyone else. So please, Venomous, you know you mean a lot to me. Message me. We'll talk. But anyway, I have some other good news I want to announce, and that is the arrival of my beautiful grandson.
Oh,
So he was born on the 31st of July. Yeah. I just don't want to lose any more friends. So please, yeah, just message me, Venomous. So he was born on the 31st of July. His name is Wyatt Colton. He is my third grandchild, all to the same daughter. And yeah, I went with her into the labour ward. I cut the cord, what was a big experience for me. And he's perfect. So I've put together a little video just to introduce him. So yeah, so we're very proud of him. Thank you, little Miss Sharon. But yeah, so that's why I have been away because of that, and Mac J hasn't been well either. So we've again had a little long gap.
yeah.
But I do ask that we all give Mac J our prayers because she is here with us, but she does need all our prayers right now as well.
No, what happened to the sound?
I'm just trying to find. So tonight we're not going to be here long, but I wanted to do a quick story on Hannah McGuire, and I was just explaining to Mac J. This is a case that I have watched. It's from Clunes, what's near Ballarat, down in Victoria, and this case happened instantaneously around Samantha Murphy. So we were covering Samantha Murphy. This one came up and I was watching it, but because we were covering Samantha and then things happened in this one, so it's been one that I have been watching, but July 19th, some things happened in this case and I wanted to cover it, and then we've just had so much happen. So I want to do it. I want to tell her story because I believe it's definitely one that needs to be spoken about. It's one that I think we cover a lot of because it's with coercive control and domestic violence in relationships and where they end up. And I think that's kind of what we end up covering, isn't it, McJ?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
So this is just, I mean, obviously we can gather she didn't make it. So this is just a little one I put together for her first. Yeah. And Nightbot's in the chat too. I've just seen him post. So if he be's naughty, please let me know. If Matt comes in, warn him because he usually always kicks Matt out. But yeah, if he starts deleting people, please let me know and I will stop him. He's on trial again.
Okay.
In the quiet night, we still feel your grace. Caught in memories that time can erase. In Australia, you left too soon. A heart so beautiful, now a silent tune. Gone like the stars that fade with dawn. We'll fight for justice, make your story known. On October 27th, you won't be alone. Against the shells, we'll rise and unite. And your memory will always ignite. We gather together, hearts heavy with ache. A dinner once joyful, now a moment to break. You should be here laughing, shining bright, but darkness crept in, stealing your light. Your spirit lingers, a ghost in the room. We'll fight for justice, make your story known. On October 27th, you won't be alone. Against the shadows, rise and unite. And your memory will always ignite us all to show time. We're still a breaking night. We'll strive for justice, nature's doing know. Once on my sword is every torpedo, and the sound the words and love. And your word now would be will know it if you murder in our hearts. You'll forever stay until we meet again. Come what may.
And she was so beautiful.
She was.
So let me move that one. And bring this one up. So, in a quiet Victorian town, a young woman went missing. The truth that followed would leave an entire community shaken. This is the story of Hannah McGuire, a woman who trusted deeply and was betrayed in the most devastating way. So this is Hannah. She was 23, and behind her is Lachlan Young, who was her partner. Hannah was a teaching aide, and she had aspirations of actually becoming a teacher. And at the time of her passing, she was actually in a job being a teacher aide at the school. She was based in Ballarat as well when she was like around her education and that as well. So she had so much to live for.
Oh, she did. Oh, this is.
They owned their,
I think I read
yeah,
about this part.
they had purchased a home together, but do you know what I mean? What goes on behind locked doors isn't always as it seems, as we know.
Yes,
Because
especially
Lachlan, yeah, go. Sorry.
especially in true crime.
So Lachlan Young had a very big problem drinking and a temper, and he didn't treat Hannah too well at all. There was patterns of abuse throughout 2023 and early 2024, and Young exhibited controlling behaviours, repeatedly calling up to 129 in one day, stalking, verbal threats, physical aggression, including incidents of following Hannah on the road and assaulting her car window. Hannah obtained intervention orders against him, but eventually reconciled temporarily. In March 2024, Hannah and her mother attended to retrieve personal items from their home, and Young allegedly became violent during the exchange. It was April 4th, 2024. Hannah McGuire, a 23-year-old woman from Ballarat, Victoria, didn't show up for work. She didn't answer her phone, and her family knew instantly that something was wrong. Hannah wasn't the type to disappear without a word. Her car was missing, her phone silent, and just a few hours later, that fear turned to horror. On the other side of the road in Scarsdale, what's southwest of Ballarat, police found a burnt-out car, and inside it was human remains.
Ugh. Oh my
So
gosh,
later,
actually.
on the morning, April 5th, a dog walker discovered the burnt-out vehicle, and the calls to emergency services. Hannah's remains were inside. So this is obviously not the vehicle, but it's where the vehicle was, and it's where you can see where they've laid flowers for her.
What an animal.
So this one has been to court, and this photo was one of the ones used in the court. So to her family, Hannah was a light, a creative soul. She worked with kids and had dreams bigger than the town she grew up in. But those dreams were cut short brutally and seamlessly. Forensic investigators quickly linked the remains to Hannah. Now, this wasn't just a missing persons case, it was a homicide. Evidence led them to one person, her ex-boyfriend, 21-year-old Lachlan Young. The couple had recently broke up, and it didn't end cleanly. Friends described tension, jealousy, obsession, and the police charged Lachlan with the unaliving and interference with a corpse. The community was stunned. How could someone so close, someone that she'd loved, be capable of doing something like this? You mean this is Hannah, and on the other side is her family, who have fought so much for her. She was actually with her family having dinner like the night before she went missing.
Oh wow. And then
she went home.
Yeah.
As they say, if we could just tell them, don't go home.
Yeah, no, don't go home.
So in the days that followed, the grief hung heavy over Ballarat. Tributes poured in, the ribbons were tied to trees, a memorial service drew hundreds, and people came, not just to say goodbye, but to demand the justice. And this was at her funeral. As the man accused of her murder, her former partner Lachlan Young faced justice in court. On July 2025, over a year had passed since Hannah's body had been discovered in the burnout car in the rural outskirts of Scarsdale, her ex-boyfriend, 21-year-old Lachlan Young, was arrested and charged with the unaliving and the interference of a corpse. For over 12 months, Hannah's family had waited, grieved, fought through hearings, delays, and pre-trial arrangements. Now, at last, the trial is underway in the Victorian Supreme Court. And we can say we've seen us, do you know what I mean, how quick they work in Victoria when it comes to these cases.
Yeah.
And we're still for answers with Samantha Murphy. How many times that one's been moved over?
I don't know.
Getting listening. All right, my darling. Yes. Beautiful Van, how are you, my darling? Yeah. So the prosecution had painted a chilling picture. They alleged that Lachlan was obsessed and unable to accept the end of their relationship. In the opening statements, the Crown prosecutor said that Hannah had ended things weeks before her passing and that Young lured her under the pretense of resolving things. Instead, he allegedly planned her passing in advance. They presented the digital evidence, including the text messages, CCTV footage, and forensic links between Young and the burn site.
Never go back.
Mm-mm. Young had pleaded not guilty to the passing. His legal team admits that he was present, but disputes the intent. They suggested that the passing may not have been premeditated, possibly a tragic confirmation that escalated. But prosecutors insist that the evidence shows otherwise, and that he had fuel, gloves, and zip ties, and that his actions afterwards were calculated. Hannah's family had been in court almost every day. His parents visibly, emotionally sat just metres from the man accused of taking their daughter's life. Outside court, supporters had held visuals and laid flowers and yellow ribbons, continuing to symbolize Hannah's memory through Ballarat. So I'm just put at the end like a timeline of the events as it happened. So April 4th to 5th was April 4th was the night that she went home. It was early hours of April 5th that they believe something happened to Hannah. So on the evening of April 4th, Hannah, aged 23, from Clunes in Victoria, is last seen alive at her parents' pub having dinner with netball teammates and chatting with her mother. At 1:50 a.m. to 2:53 on April 5th, prosecutors alleged that Lachlan, I've got 23 there, but he was actually 21. That's my mistake. Unalived Hannah at their joint home in Cespo, what was the one that I showed earlier. He inflicted fatal injuries, and witnesses later say that she was also suffocated at the time. Beautiful Jessie, how are you, my darling? So early morning on April 5th, Young places her body into a Mitsubishi Trigo ute, what was actually Hannah's car, and drives to remote bushland near Scarsdale, about 15 kilometres southwest of Ballarat. There he sets both vehicle and the body on fire. Approximately 3:43, Hannah's mother receives a suicide text from Hannah's phone reading, "I'm sorry, Mum. I thought that it was the right decision. I'm not okay." It was later revealed that this message was also sent by Young, who also transferred $5,000 to himself and $2,000 to her parents to stage the scene as well. So
Oh my
he done this
gosh.
with Hannah's money. Do you know what I mean? He sent the text messages from Hannah's phone. There's also things that came out in the court that he also paid his mate $45 to follow him out to the spot. And he's, like, as you've seen, there was a tree at the front. He's nosed the car into the tree and then set it on fire to try and stage that she's ran into the tree.
Oh my gosh, $45. Ugh.
Yep. I just don't think he planned on his mate testifying in court against him, what he did.
Yeah.
So I guess the $45 didn't cover security.
No.
On July 9th, the Supreme Court trial began in Ballarat before a jury expected to sit for 5 weeks. So this as well was our spirit time. Thank you so much. So this as well was at the same time as we were starting with Erin Patterson. And to let everyone know, we do have more on Erin Patterson coming. But anyway, this is when we started on Erin Patterson. So again, I was watching Erin Patterson's trial, but keeping my ear on this one as well. So the Supreme Court began in Ballarat before the jury expected to sit for 5 weeks. Young pleaded not guilty to the murder, though he offered to plead guilty to manslaughter. So what he's saying is that he was there and, do you know what I mean, something happened, but he was basically saying that there wasn't
Yeah.
intent there behind it all. So whereas the prosecution believed that there was intent and that he had planned it because he'd spoke to his mate about it as well. And obviously all the digital evidence. So
Yeah,
the
they keep
prosecution...
getting.
Hey?
It's like with BK. They make all these elaborate things and then get caught on the digital evidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
mate 3. That's what he done it on.
Mates race.
I'm surprised it wasn't a carton of beer. So the prosecution rejected the offer. Days 3 and 5 of the trial, the key testimonies included Hannah's parents standing up and describing the relationship and the abuse that they had seen between the two. The friend Benjamin O'Keefe, this is the one that got paid, revealing that Young had planned to crash Hannah's car while she was unconscious. He testified that Young asked him to bring an extra car and aid him in carrying out the burning of the vehicle. Young later claimed that Hannah was already passed from suffocation. So day 7, a juror is excused, delaying the proceedings again. On July 18th, they went back for day 8. And then Young appeared in the court and unexpectedly changed his plea to guilty for the murder. And after 8 days, a trial that was going to take 5 weeks was stopped. The packed courtroom erupted in applause and tears as his supporters presented, and Hannah's family just embraced in happiness. So you can just imagine, do you know what I mean, having to fight all this time. Beautiful Jody, how are you, my darling? You can imagine fighting all this time, do you know what I mean, because he was going not guilty, and 8 days basically after his mate got up and said what he did,
Yeah.
he changed his plea
Oh my
and
God.
made it guilty. So July 24th, a short admission hearing scheduled, a 3-day sentencing hearing beginning on October 27th, 2025. A large number of victim impact statements for Hannah's family is also expected. Koberger stuff, yeah. I know, and I have, oh my God, I have had my head in so much. I'm sitting there saying I am not interested. I don't want to read Brian Koberger stuff. Our Spirit Time, I have downloaded so much files, so much stuff. But yeah.
Oh, they
So
released
that's
this
where we're at.
crime scene.
I know the photos have come out. And I don't know. I've seen some of them. I don't think I've seen all of the photos. I've mainly been concentrating on getting all the files down, but I think I've got a lot of them down now because they're also banned in Australia. I don't know if a lot of Aussies have tried to get on, but all the sites are blocked in Australia. So I've got certain people that are dropping them, and I'm just trying to get them where I can. Once I get them all, and I think I've nearly got them all now, I'm going to put them up in our Discord so people can get them from there.
Cool.
So this is where we're at now. So he's now pleaded guilty, and they've had this hearing. So October 27th this year, we go back and they're having a 3-day sentencing hearing, and that's so that we can hear all these victim statements. And 3 days means we're in for some doozy victim statements for this case. So
Wow.
So Hannah's story has become more than just a headline across Ballarat and beyond. Her name is now tied to a growing movement, one calling for stronger protections for women leaving relationships and greater awareness of the coercive control. Her loved ones have launched the Hannah McGuire Foundation, and it's dedicated to educating young people about healthy relationships, warning signs of abuse, and providing support to the victims. Apparently in prison, the other prisoners are taking turns keeping BK awake all night. Good. I hope they
Good.
make life hell. I'm in two minds. And this is not about Brian Koberger, but I am in so much of two minds. Like, I'm glad he's in prison because that's where he belongs to be, and I feel like it's Chris Watts all over again.
Oh my God, me too. It's like, what's 2.0?
I know, but I feel so sorry for the families that don't feel they got their justice, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just catch-22.
It was hard though, because it from what I read, it was a 50-50 split. So,
but you mean even when they were giving
prosecutor.
their statements, I can never say their
No.
name.
Yeah.
Maddie's family. What's their last name? the Casalvases. I can never
Yeah,
pronounce
I think.
the name. Do you mean they were getting threatening messages on their phone while people were giving their victim statements in there? It's horrible.
Yeah, it's insane. I saw that.
But yeah. I know. It's a case I'm very funny on at the moment because I'm in two minds. But as I said, I know he's where he needs to be, and I hope they're making his life hell, and I hope they make every day hell for him. But it's just, I feel for the families. Just gonna
Yeah.
leave it. The most important part of the story isn't the crime; it's the person. Hannah McGuire was more than a victim. She was a daughter, a friend, a young woman, and her whole life was ahead of her. And she should still be here. It's unfortunate, but justice is served now. Yep. As I said, I just hope they make his life hell now because he deserves it for what he
Hmm.
done to those four beautiful. I'd say children because they were still children. Right. Hannah McGuire should still be here. Her story is not just one of loss, but a harsh reminder of what can hide behind closed doors. If you or someone you know is in danger, don't wait. Speak up. Help is always available. This live is for Hannah, and it's for every woman who didn't get the chance to tell their story.
Yeah.
So that's her story, and that's basically what I wanted to present. I will play her song for her again.
In the quiet night, we still feel your grace. Caught in memories that time can erase. In Australia, you left too soon. A heart so beautiful, now a silent tune. Gone like the stars that fade with dawn. We'll fight for justice, make your story known. On October 27, you won't be alone. Against the shells we'll rise and unite. And your memory will always ignite. We gather together, hearts heavy with ache. A dinner once joyful, now a moment to break. You should be here laughing, shining bright, but darkness crept in, stealing your light. Your spirit lingers, a ghost in the room. We'll fight for justice, make your story known. On October 27, you won't be alone. Against the shadows rise and unite. chest, just they just don't know. Oh, so my toys every torpedo and the sound the words and love. And know what love would be. Well, know it if you murder in our hearts, you'll forever stay until we meet again. Come what may.
So yeah, so Miss Sharon, 27th of October. I will definitely, if I can cover it, I will. Well, I will be covering it, but if I can get as much as I can from it, I will. But yes, I'll definitely be doing a follow up after that, and it's actually near you. It's at Ballarat. Yeah. I know we've got a few more in chat, so I'm gonna show my beautiful little baby again. One more time since we can. This is Wyatt Colton, my third grandson. My beautiful daughter done it again. I've got to say, I am so proud of my daughter. She done this 100% natural, no painkillers, nothing. Like, she's a champion when it comes to it. She just 2 hours in, out, pushed it out, and he is perfect. He's beautiful. So here's our newest Aussie True Crime member, Wyatt Colton. Don't worry, I'll have him a shirt made up soon.
He looks like he's loving being a big brother.
Oh my god, he is stoked. He adores him. Like, absolutely adores him. But yeah, I can't say Nen's very excited with him as well. 1 hour and 10 minutes from you. We actually had Phoebe Bishop, so we had another update on that one today. They went to court. I'm just calling them the monsters because that's what they are. They went
Yes.
today. They appeared by video link, so they didn't actually. It was only just like a mention. They appeared by video link, and basically the prosecution said that they're not ready. We don't have everything that they needed together yet, so it's been postponed to the 19th of August. Well, isn't far away, so I will be keeping another update on that one. But needless to say, I don't think the judge was too happy today.
No. But that's what, like, around here is under resourced, I guess. But
Yeah, So to have court time wasted like that, they're not going to be too happy.
Nope.
But anyway, 19th, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get some more answers on what's going on. I think all the weapons charges and everything are just getting carried on as well. With it all, they're not, do you know what I mean? They didn't deal with any of it today. It all just got moved to the 19th. So,
Yeah, that sounds right. I meant to go on the 7th, but you know, my health acted up and
no,
all this
we
craziness.
need to resting right now. Once we get to trial, as I said, I might even come up for it. We'll work it out. But right now, it's just mentioning. They're not going to give a lot out now. We're still waiting for them to put together everything. But trust me, when we need to be there, we will be there.
Yes.
I'll be making sure of that. But that's it for tonight. As I said, it was just going to be a small one. I do have one planned for Wednesday. I haven't put it up, but we're coming back for our Wednesday for Williams. We've still got half our podcast to listen to, but I've got something else, or me and Mac J have got something else planned for this Wednesday for William. So make sure you're here for that one. And Friday or Saturday, I'm not sure yet, because I don't want to put too much on Mac J until we know how her health is. But I am planning another one for Erin Patterson because I've had some evidence that has dropped, some interviews and a couple of different things. Simon Patterson has spoken out now about the charges that were dropped against Erin from him. So yeah, we'll do that. Depending on Mac J, we'll do that one on Friday, Saturday. See how her health is.
Yeah.
Going first, I don't want to put too much on you. But other than that, we'll see you all Wednesday. Please keep Mac J in your prayers. And we'll see you then. I think Nightbot's behaved too.
Yeah, it looks like Nightbot's behaved.
Thanks, everyone. Love you all.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Every true crime on the rise. Investigate the scene, uncover the lies. From Melbourne to Sydney, all the way to Perth. No case too tough, we'll dig into the dirt. We'll crack the code, find the truth, bring justice to the table. No excuse, Australian legends in the game, bringing light to darkness, no shame. Just got a super child, let's celebrate. Raise a glass for all the cases we've solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. From cold cases to missing persons, we'll leave no stone unturned. Every virgin detectives in our hearts will never give up. But justice and truth will always hear us. Ooh, thank you so much. Let's celebrate, raise a glass for all the cases we solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. Thank you so much. Let's celebrate, raise a glass for all the cases we solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. For all the cases we've solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. Let's celebrate, raise a glass for all the cases we've solved in the past. With eyes wide open, we'll never rest. Aussie true crime, we're the best. Thank you so much.